Hello and welcome to today's wild deck tech and gameplay video on Token Demon Hunter. Token Demon Hunter does more or less what you would expect from the name. It is a deck that likes to go wide with tokens and just little dudes with cards like your Wings of Hate and your Battleworn Vanguard and Coordinated Rush, amongst others, and likes to also take advantage of cards that enjoy having a big board. Flag Runners, Wrathscale Nagas, Blood Heralds, again, amongst others. And we just have other sort of generically useful kind of cards to help sort of hold the whole thing together. Like your Feast of Souls and Spectral Sight for card draw, and maybe the occasional sneaky Alexstrasza the Lifebinder for that last little bit of damage that this deck might need to close out a game. And that is the basics of the deck. Remember to like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you would like to see more, and with that out of the way, we'll go on into game number one. And game number one with our little Token Demon Hunter list.
The Legion's rage pales before mine.
Going against Hunter. I don't see them hovering over the left card, so it could be Quest, but we'll figure it out. This hand is actually not too terrible, honestly. We might get rid of the Violet Teacher. We have a token maker early and a payoff card, and then we have some card draw for when we need it. Also, Fell Guardians as a way to limit all of their removal, or the effectiveness of their removal. I didn't even pay attention to what they mulligan, but this might be Quest. Honestly, it's not really that bad. Kind of has to be said. I guess I really wanted that Violet Teacher anyway. In this opening hand. Since this deck will probably do better than us late game, even with the Renathal 40 card thing, I think we're gonna need to be a little bit aggressive, so we'll go ahead and Vanguard the coin and attack. Just need to push whatever damage we can get. Now, probably going to have some Explosive Trap or Bola Shot or something to get rid of it. There's no way this deck doesn't have it, but doesn't mean that, you know, we shouldn't try to advance anyway. I'm sorry, what? Okay, to be fair, I have never seen this card in person before, so I guess there's that. 3 damage, random minion, repeat this with 1 less damage. Oh, how convenient. It exactly killed my board. Whatever. Does that count as 3? Okay, good. So that only counts as 1 spell. Okay. I was about to say, if that counted for, like, 3 individual steps of the quest, that shit would be broken. But, okay, that's actually not awful. This deck is on, even if they do manage to spend all of their, you know, spells and damage on our creatures, the deck is actually more capable than you would think of fighting through removal. Isn't that right, baby Carmel? You want to come hang out with me and your sister? You kind of prefer to baby. Yay! Someone else is running the Krakenbane like I am in my version. Yay! Very nice. Let's see. What do we want to do here? You know what? Yeah, we'll just go Performer and then rush it in. Again, any damage that their spells would have that isn't directed, you know, at my face is all upside. And we can pretty reliably go a little bit later than they would otherwise expect. So I think we'll be okay. And we can also, if we need to, use our Alexstrasza as a life gain in a pinch. The Blood Herald is big, but not like so big it can get out of range yet. So I think we'll just... what are we going to do, actually? That's a good question. Yeah, we'll go with Violet Teacher and Fell Guardians. We'll go ahead and take the 1 damage to slowly start cracking away at their Treasure Guard. Next turn, we'll kind of just see how things play out. If nothing... Well, okay, no, it's a 7/7, isn't it? They're a little tabish, so that doesn't really clear like I want it to. But on the turn with tabish, I mean, we do have, in theory, now Command the Illidari and Feast of Souls to sort of fill our hand back up. Alright. That's not direct damage. Has to be said. I mean, our opponent has to attack. That's just not really an option for them to not attack. It has to be said. The only question is what they do. Oh, come on. Please be here, opponent. I was liking this game. Thank you. Alright, let's drag it back. Alright, so they can target down another dude, which is actually not that bad. Real question. Okay, that's actually not that bad. So then we can do a flag runner.
If you can.
We'll go ahead and Spectral Sight. Find. That's not that bad, honestly. Let's see. How do we want to do this? So we could go. Go 1, 2, 3. No, then I have to. Okay, so we'll attack. Violet guarded. Violet teacher. Yeah, teacher into treasure guard. Pardon.
I shall do so.
Go face with the rest. I guess we'll just hero power. The deck actually is like pretty interesting in that like it has the typical sort of aggressive deck sort of thoughts and considerations, and that you have to kind of think about how you want to order each turn. Okay, that was a lot to get rid of that card. So there is, but my point being is that there's like more. What's the? Gotcha. Okay. There's more consideration and thought that goes into it than one might otherwise think. You know. So it does have, you know, thought that needs to be put into it. You can't just like turn your brain off entirely. It has to be said. 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we can kill a Tavish next turn, which is something. So I think we're just gonna take a bit of a beating here and just take 3 damage and trade their board. 13 is big enough that they're gonna have to seek, in theory, a lot, assuming they don't have something like a Hunter's Mark, which I don't think their deck should have, honestly.
You'll need to run faster than the
Alright. You're gonna start trying to whittle away into. Okay. Okay. Again, I don't think that's good, but alright. As we talked about, basically any damage that isn't pointed at my face is good. Okay, $1 million question. I guess do we just trade into it? That's the question. Let's see. Oh, that's such a weird spot. I think, yeah, we do trade into it. It's a little weird. Okay, so that's 1. We're going to keep track. That was 1. Feast of Souls will give me an additional 3, so we're at 4 now. Go ahead and feast, see what we draw. 1 mana, draw 4, basically. We don't need the second one, sadly. Otherwise, we'd be all over that. So I think we'll just, let's see, that summons 3. So you know what? We'll Wings of Hate, followed by a Hero Power. And that is a big enough board for me. Again, they could have a million and one things to get rid of this board, but right now we're just looking to get our Nethrodamus big and scary. We do have a raid boss in Nixia if we play something other. Also kind of big and scary. Again, we're pretty comfortable with that set. Naga Giant's pretty good. But luckily we actually have an out here. So we're going to Wrathscale Naga. I guess we can Spectral Sight to see what we draw. That's pretty good. Has to be said. So we can do you. From now Performer into the Naga. Whether it goes face or not is of little consequence. Hopefully this goes to his face. And like we talked about in the deck, we'll have this deck actually doesn't really mind our tokens getting killed off with cards like your Wrathscale Nagas. It just gives us a lot more staying power than usually. I knew it was going to die immediately, but better to get some sort of use out of it, you know? Okay, we need to find something here. Jesus fucking Christ. We almost certainly lose. I lied, we don't almost certainly lose.
Cycle of life is reborn anew.
Thank God. I don't think that lets us win guaranteed, but that sure as shit helps.
Show's over.
Now they could have ferocious howls, or if they're running conch shells like my version does also. Because they've shown that they have Naga cards and Naga payoff cards. Oh, they have trackings. There's loads of shit that like totally does them a lot of good.
We have plotted long enough.
Nijara.
We rise.
So they're running a pretty similar list. Or I run a pretty similar list. Let's not be so bold. Okay, your deck has a lot of cards in it, but I don't know if that's going to help you in this moment. Yeah, that's until they just draw the nuts and manage to kill us. Yeah, and with tracking, we're dead. There's no way in hell we don't die here. So, to be fair, though, I mean, I could have possibly gone a little more aggressive, but, oh, good. Crackle. Whatever. Oh, well. It's one of those... I applaud their, you know, creativity, but it is a quest deck, so it's like, we're probably gonna lose. But it's still fun, though. We'll go on now to game number 2. And game number 2 with a little token demon hunter list.
Rage pales before
This
mine.
isn't the worst opener. We'll go ahead and get rid of... well... Yeah, we'll get rid of everything but the Naga. It could be a more aggressive version. It could be some secret-y thing. I haven't quite thought this through. I'd be surprised if there isn't a... Oh my god, there's no Renathal. I was expecting some sort of Renathal, secret-y mage, Reno-y thing. Hopefully they're here. Alright, alright.
Time runs out on me. Happy Midsummer Fire Festival.
Yeah.
Our fires shall burn brighter than the Legion itself.
Well, hero power next turn will probably just Umberwing and just sort of generally progress our game plan here. Some sort of spell damage kind of thing. Alright, very cool, very cool. Again, the plan is basically to go face whenever possible. Admittedly, not the most original plan, but just try and squeeze in some damage here and there. Nothing too flashy. Yeah, let's go Vanguard. We'll just keep on bonking him in the face.
Right now.
Alright, the little elementally bird boy. Imprisoned Phoenix, that's what it was. I just forgot the name. It's popped up. If nothing else, they'll probably just hero power down our little Battleworn Vanguard. I totally remembered the name. Cram session, damn. So it is some sort of spell damage mage. Very cool. Even if this has some sort of goofy, like, insta-win combo, I mean, I enjoyed, like, seeing some stuff. Let's see. I guess we could do Flag Runner.
If you can.
What do we do with the remaining mana? Yeah, we'll throw our minions into that. As if we leave more spell damage minions on the board, I imagine their deck would like us very much. Let's see what they're gonna do this turn. drawing more cards. I mean, okay, that's fine.
I will crush your delusions.
Alright. Let's see here. Let's see what we want to do. Here's a very good question. What do I want to do? I guess we can do Wrathscale coin into a coordinated strike. Hopefully this will go to the face, not the creature. Yeah! We get to do our cute little thing with our Naga. And do an okay job at just generally progressing our gameplay of being aggressive. Opponent almost certainly has some sort of answer, be it Blizzard, Fire Sale, some sweeper is floating around in there. Because you kind of can't, if you're your opponent, you kind of can't just let this board state progress just like as is, because it's a quick way to die. I do hope they're here, because I do like their deck. It is interesting that I don't think I can remember the last time I've seen a spell damage mage.
You fight me. You
Alright, alright. Ruined Arc correctly so. Wait, what?
turn it up.
Sorry, what? Why did you... I mean, okay, if we're both playing RNG, I can respect that. Let's see what they do. I mean, they do... Alright, fair enough.
Thank you.
I
Thanks.
give thanks where it is due.
Let's see if we can get some RNG luck here with these hits here. Go face. Go face. Ah, hell. Not that bad. But this is a good game of showing what the deck wants to do in a more... Let's see, how do I word this? In a more ideal set of circumstances when you face a deck of similar power level, and not like another quest deck, which is admittedly a little stronger in a vacuum. Anywho, on to our final game, game number 3. And game number 3 with our little token Demon Hunter.
The legions
Okay, it could be Pirate. If it's another quest, it'll kind of suck, as we're like kind of comparing apples to oranges here in power levels. But like, alright, whatever. It probably is, because that's just, you know, what good odds are. Renathal. I mean, whatever. See, I don't believe I saw the mulligan that card, so maybe it's a, hey, alright, doesn't appear to be one. Disregard my shit talking. Go ahead and play the Umberwing. Pardon. Go ahead and just play the Umberwing and attack our opponent, as I get tripped up over my own words. Our opponent has shown us nothing besides their Renathal list. The most informative. So until we can sort of make some loose guesses about what their deck is, yeah, we just sort of work on our aggressive angle, our main game plan, and just try and beat our opponent down until they lose the game. Let's see what they're gonna do.
The time has come.
Okay, it's technically doing something, but just isn't the something I was hoping for, it has to be said. You know what, we'll go with Wrathscale Naga. If they have removal, we're just gonna have to force them to use it. There we go. I actually kind of was happy either way that trade went. If they have removal spells, they'll almost certainly use it on the Naga, since again, as we talked about in previous games for this video, you kind of can't just leave this thing alive. Brawl? Hey! Some sort of control warrior thing? where the Rinofall downside isn't really that noticeable. Get the fuck out of here! That's fantastic. We'll go ahead and play the Violet Teacher and just hero power rune attack. We would like to save the Performer for an in-response play if we can. Of course, next turn if we draw nothing but bricks here, then we'll just play it as a thing to do. Oh yeah, this is some sort of control-y thing. But this is what I was talking about. In-response play. What's the term we used? That's a very weak Feast of Souls. So we'll just go ahead and, yeah, Performer and Darius. Midway we gotta eat a lot of, like, bonks to the head, which isn't the greatest. If nothing else, if they go to answer our board, it'll probably make our Blood Herald real big, and then we can try and just beat our opponent down with a big old scary Blood Herald. Alright, hero power. So hero power pass. Alright, that's a thing.
Pay attention, class.
We'll just do another Violet Teacher and just attack them. We don't want to commit too much into a board. But if I was a control warrior, this might be, or I might think that this would be a board state like just large enough that I might feel the need to answer it. Until they pull out something fucking crazy, like, get the fuck out of here. That was the last card I was expecting. Holy shit. A fucking Baron Geddon? Alright. Alright. Maybe some sort of budget thing, which is totally fine. We've all been there. In that case, just ignore the Baron Geddon, because it does hurt them too. Now, almost certainly, Warrior will have enough access to just, like, gain blank armor that there's no way that they just die this turn. That would be silly. Oh, you were Bomb Warrior. Okay, I thought you were going to armor up a little bit more. That's a very bold play. Hey, of course. Nice. But this is one of the reasons why we sort of talked about this both in the deck tech and one of the previous games. Sometimes Alexstrasza is just that last little bit of damage to get over the edge. Or that will help you push over the edge to the point where your opponent might be able to turn the corner and survive against you. Sometimes you just do goofy shit and sneak kill him with Alexstrasza. Aww. Man, I wanted to... Alright. Rob me of my big scary jargon. Let's see, but that's all for our video today. Remember to like the video if you liked it, and subscribe if you would like to see my random grab bag of content, and would like to see more in the future. And remember to stay safe out there, and if it's still a billion degrees where you live, try and stay cool out there. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!